Does Rob Zombie have another hit on his hands? I'll tell you in just a minute. The Munsters was directed by Rob Zombie. This is not his first rodeo. He's put out plenty of horror movies within, this past couple decades. And it shows. It really shows. He's really dedicated to his audience. He knows what the audience wants. But don't get me wrong. I enjoy this man. I like what this man puts out. He puts his own signature, his own style, each in his films. And I noticed he uses some of the same actors as well. Particularly his wife, who is Sherry Moon. And she's usually the main character in a lot of his films. Now, this is a smart man we're talking about. He jump-started his next big career with filmmaking, and it shows. It shows his love for horror movies really sticks out. And that's what I love about this man. He showed the world not only his music side, but also his filmmaking creativity point. Now the film synopsis is Sherry Moon's character and her father are in the midst of finding her a husband-to-be. Now, while this is going on, there are two other characters who are plotting this monster look-alike, Frankenstein-looking monster, which turns out to be Herman Munster. And eventually the two come together and they spark a little romance, and that's where the film takes off. See, they get married, they find a home. Now this is in the vein, this show, very, if some of this, some of these things, the characters, the settings within the house, if any of it looks familiar to you, if you haven't heard of or have seen the show or the films, The Addams Family, it's a lot like that, but less characters. I thought a lot of the scenes in this were very not up to par, not presented well. The costumes weren't that impressive to me. I thought this was just one long running gag. This was almost felt like this was one long episode of a TV show that felt to me like it tried too hard. It tried too hard. This to me was Rob Zombie's weakest film so far. But let me take you back to his previous films. I enjoyed Halloween, his take on it. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either. Halloween 2 was felt the same about that. I read recently an interview. It's over on another person's YouTube channel. He talked about Universal giving him loads of money for his feature film, which was 2006's House of a Thousand Corpses. And they just gave him, free range with that film, and pretty soon it it did well. I mean, later on it became a cult classic, and still is to this day. But jumping back into this film, there was a lot of missed opportunities here. One major setback was in the show, which is what this movie is based on, and the characters in it. There is a young son in it, and that's what was missing in this film. I get that this was supposed to be a comedy. There was a lot of dad jokes, puns here and there, which I enjoyed. I had a chuckle over them. But yeah, just if this was a one-sided film, a lot of people have already not taken this lightly. But before this movie even came out, before it was released, I had heard that Rob Zombie was given about a large sum of money for this project. But so I looked it up recently, and it turns out it was just a rumor. And so what I have to say about that is, I'm glad that was cleared up. I mean, but if Universal did give him, free range again, that'd be something. That would have been something special. But this was just a miss, big time. Had some good ideas here, but just overall, every character was just a one-hit wonder. And I'm still gonna be a Rob Zombie fan. I'm a fan for life. I enjoyed his work, still do. All right, that's all I have to say about that. All right, till next time.